Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Episode 5 now of our No Man's Sky permadeath exploration and so on challenge. We're going to explore, we are exploring all of the content that this game has to offer without dying once. So back to it. When last we left, we found an unknown building, we fueled our ship, we were about to set out to explore that unknown building. We, before that, built a base, very small base, that its default name they have decided to call a colony. Sure, why not? Our little... Oof. One of these days I'm going to stop doing that. Our base is not more than a hut, but that will change soon. And if we can find some salvage data or some buried technology modules that have salvage data in them, well then, we will be on our way to having something more than a hut. Looks like we finally found that thing I wasn't able to find the other day. We just didn't go quite far enough. So that unknown building is right there behind us. Let's just land on this. It says the landing area is not clear. Kind of a hard time believing that, but maybe the hill isn't level enough. Maybe they don't want to let us land there. Let's try landing here. So this is some kind of alien-looking building, and it's surrounded by knowledge stones. We learned the Viking word for the, and also we have walked farther. 12 kilometers now. We've also learned the word for is. Boring words, but very important if you want to build a sentence. And we've also learned 5 words now. Wonderful. More knowledge, more knowledge. 2, yes, good words, good words. We have an interesting little thing revolving around inside of that hole. Cleft through this exotic looking, I'm going to call it a monument. The game is calling it a Viking monolith. Ashes of the Sherb, whatever that is. The Viking, and words that we don't yet know. I place my palm on the monolith, then stand back when it melts in response to my touch. Molten rock drips down the stone, exposing a hollow interior. Inside I see riches that are beyond belief. Ancient technologies and cargo that would aid my journey. Suddenly, the voice of an ancient tribe shakes the ground I stand on. Shakes the ground I stand on. That sounds a little like a warning. So I can reach in, stand back, or leave. Well, you know, I've watched a few movies, and you start building housing on Indian burial grounds or robbing ancient tombs. Curses usually follow, so let's resist. Let's resist the urge to rob. The ancient warriors who once worshipped here bless my show of respect. The lava reshapes itself, forming an intricate plinth in front of me as it cools. The plinth is laden with gifts. The vision fades, but the gifts remain. We learned the Atlas word for Atlas. I wonder what kind of language that is. This Viking effigy can be offered to something. I didn't catch what it said there. And it gave us a gift. Oh, this Viking effigy. This Viking effigy can be offered to the monolith, I think is what it was telling us. The ancients that inhabit this monolith accept my presence. They will tolerate a request. It says locate a portal. We need 1 Viking dagger, I guess, which we don't have. Tutorial, you lied to me. You told me I could offer this effigy to the monolith. You were wrong. Okay. Well, maybe we'll come back when we have a Viking dagger. And now that we have a rough idea of what these monoliths do, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, why don't we go back to the other one that we marked earlier, learn some more words, and we'll see what we can get out of that one too. And now our launch fuel is empty. So glad we made a second one. Off we go. Still no salvage data or buried technology modules, but this is interesting anyway. We can finally clear that marker that we've had going for 3 or 4 episodes now, depending on how you want to count. Let's just take a look at that. Maybe we have to back away a little bit. Remove the marker, and let's learn some words. Death. And our life support's empty. Learned 8 words. Okay. Death and I and you. Okay. Those sound like good words to me. And they just keep letting us know that we've learned words. Alright, let's see what this monolith has to say. We have one word that we understand, Viking. That's it. It made reference to the Viking twice. I feel a strange chill. A layer of frozen gas suddenly coats the monolith from bottom to top. It's so cold that I can see my breath inside my helmet. There is one small gap in the crystal ice, and I feel convinced that I could feed some of my mind elements through it, so they can come into contact with the monolith behind. And give it carbon, ferrite, or sodium. Well, sodium's what I have. I can't help but feel like if I knew a few more Viking words, I might have a better idea of which one of these things I'm supposed to stick in there. Well, if there were voices, right? If there were voices, then they're people, right? And people might need sodium to survive the environment. I hope it's not the rock itself asking for elements, because it would probably want pure ferrite. That looks like it's made out of metal to me. Condensed carbon, I think, is just a loser choice. We're going to hope that sodium is the thing. There is silence. My elements are not returned. We failed. We failed the test. Oh, that's too bad. Well, we did still learn some words. That's good. Probably would have learned another word if we'd answered right. That's a disappointment. Well, guess what we have now? We have a lot of silicate powder, and if you do recall, there once was there once was a salvage attempt that was interrupted by a lack of silicate powder. Let's head over there, finish that off. Maybe there'll even be some salvage data type stuff for us. This time they gave us friendly green circles to guide our landing sequence. Alright, we already investigated the distress beacon, so all we need to do now is loot. I hesitate to say it, but nobody else is using this stuff. It's our turn. We got a multi-tool expansion slot. You'll recall the multi-tool is our mining laser, among other things. Whoa, 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 whoa. Apparently there's a bunch of radiation in there. We should not be hanging around. And our jetpacks are anemic. Have to wait for it to recharge a little bit, and then we can jump up and get into the next one. Into the cargo pod. Out of the radiation range. We got an antimatter housing. I suppose that's useful. What did we get out of that other one again? Oh yes, multi-tool expansion slot. That sounds quite useful. I'm going to dig a hole and open up that cargo pod with more silicate powder. Let's see what we get. We get the heck out, that's what we do. 20 nanites. Okay, that's useful. Let's see, we've got cargo pod over there. We've got, I'm going to pull the curtain back and tell you guys that this is not my first ship that I have salvaged, so I know that there's going to be some more of these cargo pods. There's another one. Highlight that. Dig out some dirt, get some more silicate powder, reveal a ruined door, or maybe metal plating. I guess that's probably not a door, but it is now. Was not a door, is now. Just enough to get into that cargo pod. Open it up, and warp cell. Oh, that sounds quite good. And we are still too close to the thing. It is irradiating us. Alright, so we found 4 here. We saw one over there. Let's go grab that one. Let's just highlight that, make it a little easier to find. When we switch off of our visor, sometimes we get a little disoriented. Highlight that so that doesn't happen. We've got a lot of units. 74,000 units. That's nice. That is not an insignificant amount. In fact, it was enough to give us a little milestone, they call those. Let's see. There's another one right there. Our life support's getting low again. We are out of oxygen. Okay, so we need to be careful. No more jetpacking around. Go find some oxygen. Let's open up that cargo pod. Maybe it'll have oxygen in it. Nope, there's Starship launch fuel, but that's good too. That's good too. I said we weren't going to jetpack, but now we're not going to jetpack. Alright. What we need now is oxygen. Let's use our scanner and see if there's any nearby. There's not. Guess that's not a surprise. This ship crashed and probably destroyed everything nearby. Although it really looks like lots of stuff has been growing since then. You'd think we would find some oxygen plants, but no. No, we did not. Let's head back in the direction of our... Actually, there weren't any buried technology modules near that. So let's cruise around a little bit more. Maybe we can land when we find a red glow of some oxygen plants. That base of ours, there's some oxygen. There's one oxygen right underneath us, but there's 2. Let's land there. The landing area not clear, huh? Landing area not clear, huh? Alright, alright. Looked clear to me. This is a pretty good spot. We've got this plant over here that needs to be disassembled for the good of everybody. Maybe. If we can get the... there we go. Maybe. Our inventory is full. Let's put some things in. Our starship. Warp cell. That sounds like something that we can keep in our starship. This antimatter housing looks just like that warp cell. We'll put that in there. Launch fuel, absolutely, can go in there. Anything else we don't probably need at the moment? Well, we're using this for trade. Let's put that in there. And the cobalt is in the same boat. We're intending to sell that. So let's put that in there. And that'll... we're not going to need that immediately. That's enough to get us going again. Now let's find a way to disassemble this plant. There appears to be no way to disassemble this plant. That's too bad. There's another one up there, though. We've scanned that kind of plant. Give me your oxygen. I need oxygen badly. We're running when we don't have very much oxygen. Maybe that's not a good idea. Grab those oxygen plants. Oh, there's another one. Nasty, nasty plant. And up on top of this hill, I remember seeing a couple more. There they are. Grab those. And hopefully our oxygen crisis is now averted. Oh, there's 3. Yes, that will do. That will do. Now let's fill our life support. How much did that take? Took about 50, looks like. Now that we've removed ourselves from our base a significant distance, 708 units, let's see if we can find any buried technology modules. There's one right there. 256 units away, that's not too far. 294. Ooh, an animal. Yes, thank you. Happily. And I think that's about it. Yep, that's it. These things are a little bit more rare than I would have guessed. Alright, we'll mark the one we're not going to and then try to run straight toward the one we want to get first. That way we don't lose the second one while we find the first. Since we're low on oxygen, this green aura lets us know to stop. There we go. Okay, 75 units, almost there. There's another one, I can hear it. But I don't see it. I'm not stopping. And buried technology module. Looks kind of like it belongs to that ship. Salvage data. 2. Only 2. What? What? Sentinel's investigating. What did I do? Run a little bit more. And jet. Oh. Yeah. I missed that. Missed the timing. That's okay, we were pretty close. I didn't actually need to boost through that. A lot of the time I would fill these holes back in. But we might be here for a while. So we may end up scanning for buried technology modules in the future, and if we accidentally... Ooh, look at that, a comet meteor. Yes. If we end up accidentally finding the same one we've already found before, I want the dirt to be gone so that I know that, and I'm not like, hey, why isn't there anything in this one? And we're back to our ship before the storm brings down our systems, our hazard protection systems. We're out of launch fuel again. Well, now that we have our salvage data, we can go back home, feed it to our machine, and see what we can learn. And I think we are about at that time. So you'll know what to look forward to next time. Next time we will get into this construction research unit and see if there are any more cryptic messages for us, and probably work on building up a little bit more. This hut's too small. It needs to be bigger, and we're going to fix that next time. And we'll build up a little bit. We're not going to go chasing too many cryptic messages until we have some better equipment. So we'll work on that. Maybe we'll even get started on some trade. We will see in the next episode. Hope to see you then. Hope you enjoyed this one. And until then, have a good one.